Et salut tout le monde, on se retrouve dans cette vidéo pour faire les escapades de Shikanoin Heizou, qui est sorti dans les versions 2.8, donc tout récemment, dans l'œil de la tempête. Ok, bon, il y a 5 fins, c'est pas là qu'on voit. Donc on va voir, lancer, escapade, ok, dans l'œil de la tempête, voilà, nickel. Et c'est part. Alors, ça part par là-bas. Ok, enfin, vraiment tout se passe là-bas. Hein. Ok. Toujours avec Sango.
What if the traveler is also unavailable? What am I
Ah
supposed
mais
to
il parle
do?
maintenant, parce que pendant l'escapade avant ça parlait
That's your
pas.
problem. It was your choice to get into this mess. Oh, but fortunately for you, it appears your savior has just arrived.
Ah,
C'est cool du
traveler.
coup.
Great, you made it.
Well, it's not like you were ever really busy to begin with.
Songo?
Par contre elle dit que
Compared
je
to
me
the
la pète là.
traveler, you're the one who has too much free time.
No, I'm very busy. I'm busy standing here. I have to stand here all
J'avoue elle reste là
day.
toute la journée alors.
Even if it's a commission you're unwilling to take, your excuse is just pathetic. Yes, that's why I've asked you to come over. Allow me to explain. A key member of the Tenryou Commission has recently gone missing. No one has seen them, and their whereabouts are currently unknown. The Tenryou Commission has entrusted us to find this person discreetly because it would be a hassle for them to look for this person openly for a variety of reasons. Their name is...
Kujosara. That's
merde.
right. The general has gone missing.
Ouais, bah, elle est
If
disparue
the
mais
general
c'est juste
was
qu'elle est allée
really
en road trip.
missing, the Tenryou Commission would have flipped Inazuma on its head by now. And do you think they would only commission us for a case like that? Please ignore Songo's nonsense, traveler. In fact, the missing person's name is Shikanoin Heizou.
Ok.
He works as a special detective at the police station. Although his rank is merely a doshin, he is quite competent and held in high regard by the police station.
Do they
D'accord.
think he's more competent than me?
We get that you don't want to help
Bah, je suppose
Songo,
que lui il reste pas
but could
planté
you
là
at
quoi.
least try not to make things more difficult here? Sorry, traveler. Even though I accepted the commission, as you can see, Songo's less than thrilled to be involved in this case.
Nope. Not even... If you really want to know why, it's because I absolutely refuse to deal with that brat's nonsense.
Mais qu'est-ce
The
que c'est un
only news that could make me happier than Shikanoin has gone missing would be Shikanoin has been missing for 100 years.
Needless to say, Songo and Heizou have a bit of
On voit
a
bien, ouais.
history.
On voit bien qu'il y a une rivalité.
Well, it's a little more serious than that. According to Songo, Heizou was an obstacle in her path to the Temple of Truth.
Like a yappy dog that was constantly in the way.
Un empêcheur de tourner en rond. Hein?
Even though Heizou has a unique personality, he's actually a nice guy. Really, I've learned a lot from him. So I can't just ignore this case, even if Songo doesn't approve. At the very least, I could entrust the commission to someone capable and trustworthy, like you, traveler.
Ah, tout le monde nous fait confiance, ça c'est beau ça.
Huh? No, it's not like that. Listen, I'll pay the entire amount originally promised by the Tenryou Commission, and I'll even personally throw in some additional
Non mais
funds.
on s'en fout de l'argent.
I'm really hoping you can take this commission, traveler. If Heizou truly is in danger, I know he'll be safer with you by his side. Actually, we get along great, but Songo has always asked me to keep my distance and not to act like I know him in public settings. So, when people ask, I usually just say I've met Shikanoin a few times. If it hadn't been for today's incident, I'd... well, let's not get into that. Anyway, could you please help look for him? Well, that's about all I have to tell you. Oh, please take this commission letter from the police station. If you find Heizou, return there and report back to them.
Ça marche. Donc on retrouve Heizou. Ouah, 3000 mètres. Ils sont malades. Bon, on commence où là? Oh, Sangonomie. Très bien, très bien. Faut que je ferme la fenêtre parce que potentiellement vous entendez les bruits de voiture. Ok les gars. Parlons aux gardes.
Oh, it's you, the captain of Swordfish 2? My name is Shibata. I'm in charge
C'est
of
vrai
the
qu'on est
watch here.
capitaine, j'avais oublié
May
ça.
I inquire as to what the captain needs? So his name is Shikanoin Heizou, huh? Yes, I'm familiar with the detective. He used to stroll around the area. Her Excellency had assigned me to keep a close eye on him at the time, fearing that he would do something unpleasant. But I eventually realized that he acted more like he was on a trip or something. Come to think of it, I believe he was recently spotted in the
En même
area
temps, c'est
east
très
of the
beau son
Sangonomiya
donc
Shrine.
pour se balader,
Please
c'est
feel
pas
free to
con.
go there and take a look for yourself.
C'est vraiment une belle île. Hein. Ça, j'avoue, quand c'était sorti, visuellement, je trouve ça super beau. Voilà, ça change de l'île avec tous les éclairs, les machins là. Oh merde, faut aller là-bas. Tac. Par contre, il y a plein de quêtes que je sais, pas de quêtes, d'énigmes que j'ai pas faites. Et que je sais même pas comment faire. C'est la dèche. Genre déjà ce truc avec les aiguilles, j'ai pas trop compris. Oh, what? Ah mais oui, ça faut que je la fasse tourner un peu.
Beg for mercy. There is no escape. Shut up.
The ferry. Finally,
Ah, comment ils prennent cher?
see no more. The ferry.
Je peux rien faire contre moi les potes. Je suis trop puissant. Oh, vous parlez au jeune homme. C'est lui ou pas?
Well, look who it is.
Il était vraiment
I
capturé.
was wondering who could be valiant enough to wipe the floor with these guys so easily. Turns out it was the distinguished traveler. Really, I can't thank you enough.
Oh, ok, les choix commencent. On se connaît.
Of course I was aware of you long
Bon, là, il y avait
before
pas
you
trop le
arrived in
choix.
Inazuma. Though the Sakoku decree managed to keep the country locked up, it wasn't able to stop the incredible stories about you. Every day, all of those little stories would come scurrying over to my desk, like files with little feet. I was actually thinking about going to meet you once I wrapped up the business at hand. Who would have guessed that you'd show up first?
Eh ouais,
I got so excited, I nearly forgot to introduce myself.
on a été mandaté.
The name's Shikanoin Heizou, Special Detective of the Tenryou Commission. It's a pleasure to meet you, traveler. I wish you all the
plaisir pour
best
moi.
on your journey through Teyvat, by the way. Huh. I guess that means I've taken over as the main character in your story today.
Ouais, effectivement, t'es au
I've
centre là,
always heard
de
that you take
l'histoire.
commissions from all kinds of people, helping everyone out with everything you can imagine. So now it's my turn to take your help, huh? Don't mind if I do. That was already obvious to me. It's no coincidence that you've arrived here. Because that would
Okay,
be the
trop
stuff
intelligent.
of an epic novel. The two protagonists of the story both travel to Watatsumi Island by chance and cross paths as if by fate. The traveler from afar heroically rescues the weak and defenseless detective from the clutches of the ruthless
Ça, c'est un poète
Nobushi.
ou un écrivain.
Traveler, you are so dreamy. Unfortunately, though, I don't believe in coincidences. So, guessing you came to me on the police station's commission, didn't you? I'm a detective. Can you guess what gave it away?
Ah bah oui. Il est détecté. Waouh! Vous avez lu l'expression de mon truc, vous êtes un oracle. Vous avez analysé mes paroles. Vous avez déduit ça en regardant mon accoutrement. Quoi? Ouais, l'accoutrement. Bon, ça, l'oracle, c'est bon. Hein. Et qu'est-ce qu'on a dit? Je sais plus ce qu'on a dit. Ah oui, qu'on était envoyé. Ouais, peut-être les paroles en vrai.
Sounds like you already have some ideas about the work of a detective. Let me ask you this. What's that your little
Attends,
sidekick
j'avais
is
pas
holding?
4 cœurs avant?
If I'm not mistaken, it's a commission letter from the police station.
Ok. Ça passe quand même.
What? Paimon's just here to take a look. And hey, who are you calling a little sidekick? Paimon was worried he might be in danger, so Paimon came to help.
Elle est mignonne,
Why are
Paimon.
you two staring at Paimon? Is Paimon not supposed to be here?
Yeah, I'm also just taking a look.
He can look, but you can't.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. After all, this is the first time I've seen a
Une bouche
voice.
divine. C'est
I
marrant.
must admit, I'm most intrigued.
Huh? Voice?
C'est vrai que Paimon, on l'oublie, mais quand même,
Talking about?
c'est un peu comme un petit
A
ange qui vole,
vision
quoi.
is an external magical focus, right? Well, similarly, a voice is an external voice box. I've heard that the Traveler isn't very talkative, but given how chatty you are, you must be his voice, right?
That sounds awful! Paimon's not somebody's voice! Paimon's emergency food! Wait! Oh, Paimon's so upset she can't think straight!
Je sais pas, elle a tout le temps des surnoms, la pauvre.
Is Paimon? How dare you give Paimon such a terrible nickname? We came here to rescue you, but you actually opened the cage yourself. You were only pretending to be captured by the Nobushi, weren't you? Pretty suspicious if you ask Paimon. Come out with it, mister. What kind of schemes are you up to?
Voilà, là, ça va être pas contente. Hein.
For someone who says they don't want to be a voice, you sure do talk a lot.
J'aimerais aussi savoir ce que vous faites ici, monsieur le détective. Bon, il fait ce qu'il veut, quoi, non?
Well, let me think for a moment. Yes,
Genre, il a
all
rien
this
fait de mal.
started a long time ago, during the war. Kujo Takayuki, who was head of the Tenryou Commission at the time, had secretly asked me to investigate the military capabilities of Sangonomiya. But I had already grown tired of the guy for a while, so I simply treated the trip as a paid vacation. I had heard that Watatsumi Island is really beautiful. As for the mission, I thought I'd just come up with some random excuses or whatever when I reported back. But guess what? The first night I arrived on Watatsumi Island, I had a dream. The dream contained only one message, an echo resounding from the depths of
Il a un
the
dream.
earth that kept ringing in my ears, saying, "Something vital is missing on this island."
Ok, il manque quoi?
Isn't that bizarre? Something vital has gone missing on this island. Has something evaporated into thin air? What could it be?
Paimon bets it must be something delicious. You know, because the soil of Watatsumi Island can't grow crops. There's a shortage of food here.
Oh,
Oh,
food,
ah ouais.
huh?
Ah, on va aller
How
manger un
about
bout.
you, traveler? What do you think is missing?
Il manque Paimon, quoi? Peut-être que... Ah oui, ok. Ce n'était qu'un rêve. Il manque de la musique, il manque une divinité. Alors attends, parce que là j'ai pas compris. De la musique, non. Divinité, bah non quand même, il y a des trucs stylés.
See, no, I thought so too.
J'ai pas compris ce
But
qu'il fallait dire.
after that, I had the Interestingly, I didn't have the same dream again after I left this place. So I became even more intrigued. Was this really just some random dream? Some people believe that dreams represent the divine's helping hand, which I suppose is understandable. However, if you ask me, dreams have nothing to do with the gods.
Ah, j'ai loupé une phrase en fait,
Instead,
je pense que...
They are flashes
Ça a
of
été punitif.
intuition. It was my intuition telling me that there was something important about this island that, poof, suddenly vanished. So I decided to accept this little commission from my intuition and investigate to see if I could come up with any compelling findings. Unfortunately, the investigation has had little progress up to this point. Who knows? I felt there was something peculiar about them, so I pretended to get captured to see if there were any leads that would surface. And that's when you showed up. Nah, don't worry about it. These guys were just a bunch of small fries. Besides, your arrival is much more important to me. I have a
T'inquiète, on va
feeling you
trouver
can help me
toutes les
find the
réponses
answer to my
qu'il faut.
dream. So how would you like to
On va se
partner up on
reprendre
this
et après on
one?
sera super
We can
potes.
work together to solve the mystery. Yes, of course, I understand. But let me ask one more question. Did the police station say they are looking for me because of something important? Well, then it's probably nothing major. Most likely they're short on staff or something petty like that, and they happen to remember their model employee. So since we're already
Elle a la
here,
grosse tête.
why don't we just solve this puzzle together? Once everything is settled, I'll gladly accompany you back to the police station, or anywhere else you'd like to go. What do you think?
Ok, vas-y. Carrément. Je trouve votre rêve intéressant, mais je dois d'abord vous ramener, c'est ma mission. Je pense que votre rêve est tiré par les cheveux. Revenez d'abord avec moi, quelqu'un s'inquiète pour vous. Très bien, votre rêve, je vais vous aider à enquêter. Je pense que votre rêve est tiré par les cheveux, mais puisque vous y tenez, je vais rester avec vous. Attends, tout à l'heure, le rêve, il est réel. Vas-y, je tente ça. Yes!
It's a deal then, partner. So, let's get started, shall we?
J'ai regagné le cœur.
First, we can search the camp for clues.
Ok. Confier le camp.
Ooh, what's the shiny
Enfin, on est revenu à 3 cœurs avec lui.
Isn't this crystal marrow?
C'est pas mal.
So, have you found anything?
Beaucoup de moelle cristalline.
Yes, I've found pretty much the same. And there really are a lot.
Aren't these all super expensive?
C'est ce que j'allais dire, les moelles
Oh,
normalement
these
c'est
must
cher.
be the valuable things that went missing from the island. That's it. The Nobushi must have stolen them all.
I don't know if I'd go that far. The Nobushi would be very hard-pressed to find many opportunities to get their hands on commodities like these.
Huh? What do you mean? Did the Nobushi gather all this themselves?
No, that's unlikely. Crystal marrow is a rare material for crafting weapons, and Sango pearls are an even more precious commodity.
Ah oui.
Here's what I think. Due to Watatsumi's poor soil, the island's economy is quite fragile and heavily reliant on the trade of these special resources. So, it's absolutely vital that they keep them under lock and key and well out of the Nobushi's reach. Which means they got lucky with a huge batch like this. My guess is they ambushed a caravan.
Ah ouais.
If we go ask around the Sangonomiya shrine, we can find out if there have been any recent instances of caravans being plundered.
Ok, vas-y, go là-bas.
Perfect. I knew you'd be a huge help.
Well, duh! The traveler is Paimon's companion after all.
Ok, rendez-vous à Sangonomiya. Hop.
Captain, I see you found the detective.
Watatsumi Island sure is a beautiful place. I don't think I could ever leave.
You can stay as long as you like, granted you don't cause any trouble,
go,
that
go
is.
rester là.
Her Excellency has stated that all friendly visitors are welcome. Incidents of stolen goods? Not that I'm aware of. Her Excellency has recently launched several measures to boost the economy, including the development of trade routes and establishing our own caravans. Troops have also been deployed to protect them, so it is only reasonable to assume that the current trade routes are already very safe. Any looting or theft would be practically unthinkable.
Ah ouais.
That's strange. Then where did the Nobushi get those goods from?
Huh? You mean you found goods of unknown origin?
Yep, and it's all Sango pearls and crystal marrow, so we know it's local.
Could there have really been a theft that hasn't been reported? That shouldn't be the case. Well, perhaps you could go ask Todoroki. He's responsible for the caravans and is usually in the village at night preparing the goods. If something has happened, he should know about it.
Great.
Ok,
Thank
go,
you for
go
all the
demander à lui,
info.
hein.
Let's go.
Hey, traveler! It's been a
Oh
while.
putain, il est là le
I've missed
gourou.
you. Why didn't you inform me that you'd be coming over today?
Ah, General Goro.
Le petit gourou, on a passé un bon moment avec lui. Hein.
You may go about your
Il me
other
semble que c'était
duties
avec
while I
lui.
catch up with the traveler.
Yes, General Goro.
Ah, même c'est sûr, avec ses petites oreilles de renard
I
et tout là.
overheard you discussing a case of stolen goods.
On avait bien rigolé.
Is that right?
That's right! We found a lot of Watatsumi's valuable
C'était cool,
products
Joe.
in a Nobushi camp. Nobushi camp.
Il avait peur de Kujusara ou je sais pas quoi là.
That's right! We found a lot of Watatsumi's valuable products in a Nobushi camp.
C'était, il avait peur de Kujusara ou je sais pas quoi là.
Nobushi camp. Nobushi camp.
I see. So you've come to ask if we know of any relevant cases. Well, I'm ashamed to say that, yes, the caravans have been plundered. And not just once, I'm afraid. We had already dispatched additional forces to protect the caravans, yet the crooks still managed to get away with the goods.
And you're concerned that if this kind of news were to get out, it would undermine the confidence of other caravans. So you didn't make it public, and instead kept the news to only a select few.
That's correct. I never expected you to be so concerned about Watatsumi's affairs,
Ah, c'est un détective.
Detective Heizou.
Just a force of habit, really. As a detective, I notice these kinds of things.
Oh, so you two already know each other?
Actually, I've only heard of Detective Heizou from the soldiers' reports. We've never met in person.
Ah, darn it. You're right. Now that you mention it, I've been on Watatsumi Island all this time and still haven't properly introduced myself. Man alive, please forgive me. It's a pleasure to meet you, General Goro. I'm Shikanoin Heizou of the Tenryou Commission.
Yes, it's a pleasure to meet you too. I'd like to express my gratitude to you for stepping in and helping recover those goods.
Ah, don't mention it. You never know what you'll find when you're out for a stroll. But if the source of the problem is not addressed, I'm afraid this sort of situation will continue cropping up for you.
Yes, of course.
Faut attaquer.
Not only have we reassured the affected caravans, but we also dispatched personnel to investigate the culprits. The reports indicated that the stolen goods were being delivered to a merchant of the International Trade Association named Godot. It all seems pretty unusual. We suspect that there are bigger players behind Godot, and that their target is none other than Watatsumi Island's
En
valuable
gros, faut
resources.
qu'il se reprenne, hein. Il faut
But
avoir- il faut
unfortunately,
partout.
it would be difficult for us to investigate further, given that...
Given that Rito, the island where the International Trade Association is located, is not part of your territory, yes. They have cleverly picked their base of operations.
I can see you catch on quickly, Detective Heizou.
It's my guess that you're telling us this because you're going to ask us to assist you in finding who's behind all this, right?
Ben oui.
You're always thinking one step ahead. Yes, those were exactly my intentions. And of course, we will prepare a generous reward for you. The recent end of the war, trade and commerce have now become an important component of Watatsumi Island's development. Ensuring safety of the trade routes is critical, and we can't afford any further incidents.
Donc on va régler ce problème.
Will you please help Watatsumi Island, Detective Heizou?
Pas de soucis, t'inquiète,
I'm
Goro.
willing to assist, but it all depends on what he wishes.
En tant que capitaine d'Espadron 2, c'est un devoir dont je ne peux me défausser. Goro est mon ami, je dois lui rendre ce service, je ne fais pas ça pour la récompense. En vrai, on est capitaine. Hein. Après, c'est mon ami, je fais pas ça non plus, mais... Je sais pas si on fait en tant qu'ami ou genre juste on est capitaine quoi. Et je tente ça.
Great!
Ok.
With both
Je pense
Detective
que les deux
Heizou and the
fonctionnaient.
Traveler on the case, I'm sure it'll be solved in no time. The situation is now in your capable hands. I look forward to hearing your report when you get back.
All right, we'll take care of it. Traveler, let's go discuss where to head from here.
Voilà, il y avait deux choix, mais je pense que les deux choix étaient bons. Voilà, Heizou.
More
Ok.
speed.
Merde, il est en bas. Il se fout de moi, wesh, il est caché où? Il est encore en bas. Ok, il avait changé de coquillage.
Hey, why are we talking way over here? Oh, you're not trying to get away from Goro so he can't overhear us, are you?
Very perceptive. Seems even Paimon has her moments. Let me ask you, do you believe in intuition?
Huh? Intuition? Where are you going with this?
My intuition tells me that General Goro is lying.
Mais non.
What? How could you say that? Although he did seem a little on the serious side today, but Goro's a good guy.
Good people can be deceptive, too. After all, everyone has their secrets. Well, in my opinion, the timing of his appearance was a little too coincidental. Sanganamiya soldiers have been keeping an eye on me for the entire time I've been on Watatsumi Island, yet I had never seen General Goro even once. But
Ouais,
today
ok.
he came out and met with us, and even commissioned us to investigate a case.
Maybe that's because the Traveler is here today, and Goro thinks he's more capable.
Ça, c'est possible.
Really? Huh. Then that makes things even more peculiar. If there are powerful players behind this case, and he needs to draw upon external support, then he should have taken action sooner rather than wait until today. A more plausible explanation is that the items we discovered are linked with some unspeakable secret, and he had to intervene to prevent us from digging any deeper. Then he put up a smokescreen to mislead us. I surmise that investigating the merchant Godot on Rito will
Ah,
yield
oui,
no
s'il nous donne
results.
des fausses infos, j'avoue que
Whoa.
c'est chiant quand
Are
même.
you serious? But this is all just a hunch you have, right?
Actually, there is another key factor behind my reasoning, though you may not believe me. I sense something special about Goro.
Oh, une odeur sur le coup.
Something special.
Là, autre chose.
Yes, whatever is missing on this island, I sense it in him.
Whoa! Hold it right there! Are you saying Goro's a thief? As in he took something valuable?
It's not that
Mais non, quand même
simple.
pas.
I can't fully explain it. It's just my intuition.
C'est pas un voleur. Hein.
Sure, I trust your judgment, but perhaps you're overlooking someone else, the true leader here.
Vous êtes assez convaincant, peut-être qu'il y a vraiment un secret ici. Que devrait-on faire? Non, vous êtes sans doute trop soupçonneux, les choses ne devraient pas être si compliquées que ça, allons enquêter. Soit je le redresse, soit... Ah, je vous fais
It's
confiance.
simple. We should just investigate whatever it is they're trying to hide from us. And what were we planning to do just before Goro showed up?
Oh, we were going to talk to the leader of the caravans. Yeah, someone named Todoroki.
Bingo. There's no time to lose. Let's go talk to this Todoroki.
Ok, on va à Todoroki. C'est où? C'est où qu'il faut aller? Attendez la nuit, 20h, 24h. Très bien. Tac tac tac, yep. Un petit middle. Ok. Bon, c'est même pas la nuit, c'est la soirée. Hop. Et c'est village de Bourou. Ça va, c'est pas trop loin. Il n'y a pas vraiment de TP. On va essayer d'y aller par là. C'est marrant ce petit village n'empêche. Petite maison et tout. Eh putain. Chaque lieu de Genshin, il y a des trucs cool quand même. Je sais pas, je trouve ça cool là. C'est chill.
Time to scout.
Il y a un petit village. Oh, il y a une quête d'ailleurs. Bon, il y a plein de quêtes. Attends, je vais noter qu'il y a des quêtes ici. Tac. Je connaissais même pas cet endroit. Encore une vieille, elle est partout.
Todoroki, the shipment has arrived and is ready for inspection.
Good, let's go.
Hey, it's Todoroki!
Keep quiet. Let's follow him and
Ah,
see
si, on
where
l'a-
he leads us.
On était passé dans ce village une fois, je crois. Genre, il s'était fait piller des trucs ou je sais pas quoi. Je sais plus. Ah, il faut y aller doucement. Oh le con. Ok, c'est bon, je t'ai enroché. Ça me fait trop rire comment il se tourne. Ok, je passe par là. Impossible. Allez, retourne-toi. Oh, c'est bugué. Ok. Ok.
Your
bon?
intel was spot on. When we arrived, the Nobushi were all still asleep. We captured them all, and the goods were retrieved and brought back here.
I'll take a look. Everything seems in order. Good
Elle a fait le
work.
compte rapidement.
It's nothing. Thanks to the efforts of your caravan, the price of grain in the village has decreased.
That's right. And who would have thought that the injuries we sustained during the war would have such a lingering effect on our bodies? But thankfully, you also brought back some life-saving medicine.
Things are improving thanks to the help from those up top. Oh, by the way, what is the state of the village's inventory? Make
Ok,
sure
c'est
that
une
it's
histoire
confirmed
de
tonight.
stock, de prix.
I have to leave tomorrow morning after I go to the Sangonomiya Shrine and get instructions from General Goro.
Don't worry. We've already prepared the list. Just follow us.
Huh? The soldiers from Sangonomiya seized the Nobushi stolen goods? But
Alors,
glaze lilies? What are these doing here? Shouldn't it be crystal marrow or something?
c'est peut-être des faux trucs.
This box is packed so tight. It looks like it could burst. What? Huh? What are all these plants and flowers?
Un bout de papier, une facture. Ah oui. Ok.
And Todoroki said he'll get instructions from Goro tomorrow.
Whoa! Chingshin? Paimon was expecting to find Sango pearls.
Ok, elle pensait que c'était une perle de corail.
So, did you find anything?
Whoa! Look at all the Chingshin! And glaze lilies too! There are also tons of other plants and flowers Paimon doesn't know here. Weird.
These are valuable raw ingredients for producing medicine. If these few crates were to be imported from Rito, the price would be jaw-dropping. On top of that, these items seem to lack a tax clearance certificate, meaning that they were most likely smuggled. Yes, very interesting. Now, where did the Nobushi get these goods? How about you? Did you find anything else?
Il y avait une facture adressée à l'ordre. Tac.
Foreign Trade Association.
Oh, le cœur.
I've never heard of such an organization in Rito. And if it's regarding foreign trade, then smuggling is an even more likely possibility. All right. In which case, I have a rough hypothesis. First, we...
Huh? Who goes there?
Qui va là?
We've been spotted!
Huh? Wait, Captain? Is that you?
Oh, so it's you, Captain. You had me worried there. We almost mistook you for bandits. Captain, do you remember us? During the war, I was in the field hospital with Masashi. Teppei brought you to see us and helped find medicine for us.
Hey, come on now. The captain wouldn't forget. I gotta tell you, Captain, we all miss you. We haven't seen you ever since the end of the war. When we heard that you were coming here, we just assumed you were only going to see General Goro and Her Excellency. The guys are all really hoping to see you.
Ah oui, j'avoue. Ce serait pas mal de
We're
percevoir l'équipe un
fine.
peu.
You don't have to worry about us, Captain.
En fait, nous on est capitaine, mais on n'est jamais là. C'est marrant.
No, you're not fine. Captain, you may not be aware, but Masashi previously fainted on the front lines. The doctor thought that it might be a neurological condition caused by overstimulated emotions. It's pretty serious. According to the doctor, if it hadn't been for the medication he's been taking, he would have developed dementia. And that was assuming the best case scenario.
You're one to talk. Don't forget why I fainted in the first place. It's because I heard that you got yourself killed by an arrow. I couldn't handle all the emotion. Later, I found out that he'd been shot in the buttocks, and it was only a mild injury. I had an emotional breakdown for nothing.
What do you mean for nothing? I got shot not by one, but 2 arrows in a row. The first arrow
Ouais,
was
il a
to the
plus de
left,
fesses gauche, le
and the
poteau.
second arrow was also to the left. And because the arrows were poisonous, the wound still hasn't completely healed yet. I have to apply ointment every day, and I'm constantly worried it might reopen while I sleep.
Ah,
Look
c'est
on the bright
dégueulasse.
side. At least we're still alive.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. But enough about us. What brings you here, Captain?
These goods are all seized from the hands of Nobushi and treasure hoarders. Todoroki was the one who provided us with the intel. He mentioned there were bandits here and there, so we went and took care of them while also confiscating the goods.
Ok.
By the way, Captain, you still haven't met Todoroki, have you? He's the one we're working for now. Her Excellency recently announced plans to stimulate the economy and created the caravans, with Todoroki at the helm.
Yeah, he's proven to be quite capable. Even though he was just a farmer before, he's now successfully running the caravans. And his 2 sons are also our brothers in arms. Both received a special medal of honor from General Goro, which is quite remarkable. don't you think?
Impressionnant, j'avoue.
So, as injured veterans, we've been reassigned to Todoroki. He's the one who gives us orders and pays our salaries now. What do they call that again?
It's called changing careers, dummy.
Ah, right. Changing careers.
Station professionnelle.
Anyway, I think the whole caravan thing is wonderful. Our region wasn't very prosperous to begin with, and the land can't grow any crops. We have to pay a hefty price just to get basic food from outside.
Ah,
I
c'est chiant.
can't even imagine trying to maintain and feed an army like we did during the war.
I see. I think
Donc
I
c'est très
understand the
coûteux
general situation now.
de nourrir les gens.
May I ask where the apprehended criminals are?
Oh, and you are?
Ah, I see. The captain's friend. It should be okay to tell you then. We apprehended all the culprits and escorted them to a temporary location not far from here. Unfortunately, Masashi and I have other duties tonight and won't be able to take you there. Why don't you wait for a moment and I'll find someone else to show you the way.
I'm pretty sure I've already got a grasp on what's going on. All I need now is to confirm it with the apprehended bandits. Let's go.
Ok, go.
Are you still a little confused?
The price.
Let me help connect the dots. This whole thing was actually quite similar to a case I once worked on previously.
Je le redis, mais dans ce jeu, les
It was a case
phases où on suit les
involving the
personnages
trade
sont
of
bien
prohibited
faites.
items, and they employed an
Ça, il va
old
pas trop
trick
lentement,
to
pas trop
execute
vite.
the deal.
Un poil trop lentement.
The
Et
culprit
ça va
would
quoi.
first go strolling down the street until they knocked over a pedestrian.
Sir, please forgive us, sir. We are nothing more than petty thieves.
Sir, what do I look like? A commissioner? Does my friend here look like a commissioner
Il
to
est
you?
complètement malade, l'autre.
Officer!
First, I'm gonna need to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Go ahead, ask anything.
The soldiers discovered many valuable goods in your camp. The goods don't appear to be from around here, so the question is, where did they come from?
Oh, the goods? Right, we
Sur la plage.
picked them up at the beach.
You picked them up.
Well, no.
Ouais, ils sont juste ramassés, quoi.
Actually,
Des
stole
pierres
them.
en carton.
Be honest now. Tell me the whole story.
Yes, sir. I mean, officer. We took those goods from a small merchant ship just off the beach, but we didn't exactly steal them. You see, the ship's guards all took off running the moment they saw us. They abandoned the goods, and we simply came and picked them up. But next thing we know, a group of soldiers arrives, and we're all apprehended. Talk about bad luck. We didn't even have a chance to stash away the
Ils sont
goods
cons.
before we got caught.
Les autres les avaient
You
vus.
say that the merchant ship's guards fled without putting up a fight. You expect me to believe that?
He just assumed they were scared witless and didn't have the guts to fight.
Ok, lui, il est con.
I'm not bragging or anything, but our boss is pretty intimidating. With his massive muscle and strength,
Il a pas
he
compris
can
que c'était un
scare
piège.
anyone.
You really expect us to believe all this?
No, you gotta believe me. Just the other day, we scared off an entire squad of soldiers. When they noticed us, they went running and dropped their goods. I swear. I still remember seeing tons of Songo pearls and crystal marrow on that load. All nice and shiny too.
Ah, c'est celle qu'on a
It's
trouvée.
amazing. Unfortunately, a bunch of pirates came later and snatched those goods. It just happened that our boss had diarrhea that day and couldn't hold off the pirates. This luck of ours.
Ah ouais, c'est
Wait
vrai.
a tick.
Ils avaient chopé des bons
Pirates.
trucs.
Yep, no doubt about it. They came on a massive ship, and their captain was a pretty lady with an eye
Beidou?
patch. We had no idea how powerful she was. It was like boom, boom, thud. Only took 3 hits before she knocked out the boss.
A pretty lady with an eye patch?
Eh ben oui.
Oh. Does this description remind you of someone, Paimon?
No!
Personne.
Doesn't remind Paimon of anyone.
T'inquiète.
Okay. And how about you?
Oh, ils portent tous des cache-œils.
Really? Okay, I'll take that as a no, then. It appears that the situation is just as I suspected. Todoroki is striking a shady deal with a group of pirates, while General Goro appears to be assisting with the cover-up.
What? How could that be?
Todoroki said
c'est
that he'd be
bizarre.
going to Sangonomiya early tomorrow morning to get Goro's instructions before the caravan leaves. Now is the time to address any doubts you may have. Tomorrow morning will be our moment to confront them. Hopefully, my final question will be answered then as well. The question of what important thing this island is missing. I can feel some connection to the question in Goro, Todoroki, and even to Kuda and Masashi. Hopefully, we'll finally have an answer tomorrow. Let's get some rest.
Ok, on se voit demain.
I'll see you at Sangonomiya tomorrow morning.
Ça roule. Toujours pas de photos, hein. Non, c'est... merde, on se retrouve quelle heure et quelle heure 8h midi. Tac. Hop, 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 hop. Go 8h06. On a passé 2 jours en 5 minutes. C'est magnifique. Ok. Il faut aller à Sangonomiya. Paf.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Alors, Todoroki.
Who are you?
Hello, Todoroki. I'm Shikanoin Heizou, Special Detective of the Tenryou Commission. I believe you've been manipulating large-scale illegal trades for some time now. Mind if we talk about that for a bit?
You can't just go around spewing such nonsense, young man.
And what if I'm not talking nonsense?
C'est go dire la vérité au pire.
Ridiculous. I don't have time to listen to this. Get out of here, you little brat.
I know I'm on the younger side compared to you, Todoroki. So off the scale, some goods only weigh a couple pounds, but on the scale, they weigh more than 1,000. So the question is, do you want to put your goods on the scale or not?
What are you trying to say?
Oh là là, c'est compliqué.
Well, nothing. All I want to hear is you personally confirming what we already know to be the truth.
Masashi! Tokuda! Arrest these people!
Huh? Todoroki, what's wrong?
Who dares to cause trouble at Sangonomiya Shrine? Huh? Wait, it's... Captain?
Bah oui, c'est nous.
What are you doing?
These crooks are trying to pry into the secrets of Watatsumi. We mustn't let them go.
Mais qu'est-ce qu'il dit
But,
lui
no. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. Todoroki, this is the captain of Swordfish too, one of our own.
It doesn't matter who they are. Remember what General Goro told you? The long-term goal of Watatsumi is to revive its trade and commerce. And since you have been assigned to work with me, it's my orders that count around here. I don't care if they were your captain. Would you dare disobey orders?
What do we do?
Ils sont perdus les pauvres.
Well, what are you waiting for? All right, I see how it is. If you two won't do it, I will.
Bon là,
I
va
really
pas te
hoped
casser le
it
dos.
wouldn't come to this.
Oh,
But-
peut-être qu'on va l'essayer.
Here we go.
Wait! Everyone, stand down!
Ah, gros.
General Goro, you're here.
My apologies, Traveler, Detective Heizou. I wasn't telling you the truth. Todoroki, the Traveler here is the hero who saved Watatsumi Island. Without him, Watatsumi Island would never have found the peace it has today. We mustn't raise our weapons against him.
How could you
Exactement.
be so naive, General Goro?
Tu me
If we
dois le
let them
respect.
go free, then who's to say the Shogunate won't come after us tomorrow? If the Shogunate decides to investigate, we won't be able to hide the truth.
I wouldn't allow them to take you, Todoroki.
Let's not kid ourselves. If going to jail could solve the problem, I would go and turn myself into the Tenryou Commission right now. The question is, what are we going to do with the goods? Will you be able to keep them? Not to mention the chance of astronomical fines. Can you afford that?
Ok, mais explique-nous la situation, au pire.
We both know that Watatsumi Island is a barren land. Plant 100 radishes here and maybe only 3 would grow. And those 3 combined would still be smaller than just 1 carrot imported from elsewhere.
Ils doivent bien pouvoir
You can't
faire
grow
pousser de la
food or
bouffe.
medicinal herbs here. And if we buy them from Rito, we pay
Les
exorbitant
médicaments, c'est
taxes.
pareil, il doit y avoir des plantes.
My eldest son died fighting on the battlefield. But do you know how my second son died? He died because there was no medicine to treat him. You awarded both of them medals of honor. But did that save their lives? Can medals heal Tokuda and Masashi's wounds? No. It was the medicine that I got that saved their lives. If we detain them today, the Shogunate will never know what we've done. Besides, we're only a few months away now. We will set them free once the new bill is passed in just a few months, and everything will be okay. None of what happened here will be mentioned again, and life on Watatsumi Island
Bah, tu nous
will
gardes prisonniers
continue
6
to
mois, poteau.
improve.
On va parler de certaines choses.
I understand, Todoroki, but they won't...
I can trust the Traveler won't, but the detective here is a Tenryou commission officer. Forget it. You're the general. I'm just a radish farmer.
Ah, c'est quoi le truc là, gros? Parlez-nous.
It's a new commodity tax bill currently being drafted by the Kanjo Commission. The bill exempts taxes on goods that are in short supply on Watatsumi Island. Once the bill's introduced, we'll be able to buy commodities that we need from regular marketplaces.
Oh, I see. Man alive. I wish I had known sooner.
Bah oui, ça aurait été plus simple.
In that case, how about we put your fears at ease and I'll stick around here a little longer? You know, until the bill is introduced.
Huh?
Oh, Detective Heizou, are you saying that...
Bah oui, les potes.
You mean you're willing
on
to
n'est
stay
pas des
here,
méchants.
young man?
Come on, you two. What's with the strange looks? You've been keeping me under close surveillance, haven't you? Surely you must have noticed that aside from being a detective, I'm also an ordinary tourist who likes to enjoy good scenery. I believe that after the new commodity bill is passed, there will be more and more traffic between the two sides, and more people will be coming to visit Watatsumi Island. I have to take the opportunity now and enjoy this place while I still have it all to myself. Before long, tourists will start pouring in.
Thank you, Detective Heizou. On behalf of the people of Watatsumi.
My pleasure. But one good turn deserves another, does it not?
Oh, you mean there's something you wish to request?
I
qu'est-ce qu'il veut?
suppose you could say I'm from the Shogunate, but the traveler next to me isn't. As far as I know, he's planning to visit other nations soon, and it is unclear if he will return to Narukami Island or not. Therefore, there's no need to limit his freedom, right? I'm sure no one else will hear of what happened today. Am I right, traveler?
Qu'est-ce que... quoi? Le point être haut et fort, acquiescer du regard. Attends, j'ai pas compris. Personne ne saura ce qui s'est passé aujourd'hui. Pareil, Bobby. Bah oui. Ok, c'est.
Well, it's settled
Voilà, très
then.
bien.
He will always be an important partner to Watatsumi, and I would never dream of limiting his freedom. So please, don't worry, Detective Heizou.
Très bien, très bien.
I'll
Putain, on
hold
est
you to
presque
that.
full
But
poteau.
if I ever find out you've lied to me again, there's a chance I'll lose my cool.
I'm sorry for not telling you the truth earlier. It's a serious matter, and I didn't want outside parties to become involved. But today, I realized my poor judgment. How could I possibly hide anything from Detective Heizou and the Traveler?
I'm glad you understand now. But, in all honesty, I'm the one who should be thanking you. It's because of you that I was finally able to reach an answer. After all, nothing makes a detective happier than putting a case to rest.
Ah, I understand now. You really are an interesting person, Detective Heizou.
No, I'm afraid you don't quite get what I mean.
Oh merde.
I'm sorry?
Wait! Paimon gets this one! It's the answer to your question, right? The one about the thing you sensed coming from Goro and the others. Now you figured it out!
Oh, c'est quoi l'odeur? J'ai pas compris.
The thing you sensed coming from me?
Ouais, tu sens le renard un peu.
No, not like that.
Hey, traveler, could I talk to you for a moment? Besides, I haven't had a chance to thank you yet.
Ok, vas-y, go discuter, hein. Ça me va. Hop, toujours sur le coquillage ou... T'es où? T'es là.
Hey, there you are. Come here, look.
Mais
look.
oui, qu'elle est belle. Moi j'adore. L'île de Watatsumi, c'est trop beau.
Isn't it?
T'as envie de te baigner dans les rivières.
Watatsumi Island. It's remarkable how such a barren land can give life to such wonderful and stunning scenery. To be honest, I am grateful to you for this trip. Before you arrived, I was running around like a headless chicken. Even if I happened to find out what was going on here, I wouldn't have been able to uncover any concrete information without you present. I'm just sorry that I promised I'd accompany you back. It appears that I won't be able to do so for the time being. So please, cover for me in the meantime, okay?
Ok, vas-y. Ouais, non, mais il y a
It's all in the
Anguille
past
sous
now.
roche.
Let's just chalk it up as an intriguing experience I had on my trip here. Besides, that's not what I wanted to investigate anyway. Yes. Everyone you led me to and everything they said brought me closer to the answer. And now I finally get it. Watatsumi Island is an ancient land where the soil is poor and many crops do not grow because it's lacking a certain thing. But what the inhabitants of this land do have is bravery. They were courageous enough to stand up and resist the gods and accomplish what they knew could not be done. This is yet another instance in which that certain thing shines. That missing element. That certain thing is what I sensed present in Goro, Todoroki, Tokuda, and Masashi, which is the true vitality of this land.
Ok,
I
la
guess I
vitalité de la
was
Terre.
mistaken when I declared that something was missing. That something from this island had evaporated into thin air. Because even something that evaporates is not gone. It's still there, just in a different state of being. When water is heated by fire, it evaporates and eventually finds its place in the sky. Similarly, when the land was harmed, its vitality evaporated and eventually found its place among the inhabitants. This is the final answer I've been searching for.
Ça, c'est une bonne réponse.
Anyway, thanks again. You know, even though we just met, I wish you could be my partner all the time. Call me Grady, I guess. But, of course, I know that's impossible. You have your own journey to
On t'a retrouvé
complete.
notre sœur qu'on retrouvera jamais.
So I'll just keep doing what I can. Hopefully keeping my memories from evaporating safe and sound in my mind. That way, I'll always be able to remember these beautiful things. The beauty of Watatsumi Island. The people who are full of life and vitality.
Merde, putain, il avait pas fini. Oh, stylé la photo. Les souvenirs indélébiles. Le voyage se terminera, mais les souvenirs resteront. Stylé. Ok. Putain, en fait, on a fait toute l'histoire. On n'a eu qu'une photo là. Ça veut dire que tout le trait principal, en gros, on l'a. Ah ouais, on a fait tout le truc principal. En fait, il y avait un autre choix dès le début. Ok. Continuer. Alors, faut se souvenir du choix qu'on avait pris. Ah, c'est peut-être le choix de rentrer en fait, juste.
Something vital is missing on this island.
Ok, on reprend à partir d'ici.
Isn't that
Là, je vais
bizarre?
passer les dialogues. Hein.
Oh,
On va pas réécouter. Alors, j'avais dit... Peut-être que ça n'était qu'un rêve. Ah oui. Ah putain, c'est bien, c'est couché, j'avais oublié. Il manque une divinité.
you mean the Great Serpent? Interestingly, I didn't have the
Ça,
same
faut
dream
pas que je
again
passe, je suis con.
after I left this place, so I became even more intrigued. Was this really just some random dream? Some people believe that dreams represent the divine's helping hand, which I suppose is understandable. However, if you ask me, dreams have nothing to do with the gods. Instead, they are flashes of intuition. It was my intuition telling me that there was something important about this island that, poof, suddenly vanished. So I decided to accept this little commission from my intuition and investigate to see if I could come up with any compelling findings.
On l'a pas déjà vu ça?
Unfortunately, the investigation has had
Si,
little
on a déjà vu
notes.
tout ça.
Nah, don't worry about. So how would you like to partner up? Yes, of course, I understand. Well, so since we're already here, once everything is...
Ok, donc nous on avait fait ça. Je trouve votre rêve intéressant, mais je dois d'abord vous ramener... Ah, voilà ça. Ouais, je dois vous ramener. Hein.
Ah, what a sterling example of
Ah,
dedication.
ok. Donc il y a quand même un cœur.
In that case, I'll accompany you back to the
Mais on va
police
quand même au
station
poste de
first.
police.
We can discuss the issue of Watatsumi Island later.
Parfait. Parfait, parfait. Il comprend qu'on est très pro. C'est pas contre lui. Hop. On a trouvé le
Look
détective.
who showed up. Heizou, you're finally back. Listen, if you took any longer to come back, everyone at the police station would be toast.
You say that every time I come back, Uesugi. However, something does feel a little unusual about the police station this time.
Come on, would I ever lie to you? Madame Kujo-Sara is here, and she's on the warpath, so be on the lookout.
What's that lady doing here?
Oula, il a peur.
Doshin Shikanoin, I see you finally returned. Please, enlighten us. What have you been doing recently?
Okay. I was just out investigating a case.
Don't give me that. I checked the records here. You didn't take any cases.
Merde.
Actually, it's a case of personal relevance to me. These two can attest to that.
Traveler? Paimon, what are you two doing here?
On m'a demandé d'aller le
We're the
chercher.
ones who brought Heizou back.
Brought him back? Can someone please explain?
Well, Madame Kujo-Sara, because we couldn't locate Doshin Shikanoin, we commissioned Detective Ryuji from the detective agency. Shortly after, Ryuji returned to tell us, that he had given the commission to the traveler, and then...
La mission elle est passée de main en main.
It used to be that the Tenryo Commission assisted others with disappearances, but it seems these days others are now assisting us. You've done it this time, Shikanoin. I think I've really seen it all.
I mean, is it really so unusual for officers and citizens to assist one another?
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but it was definitely an investigation. He even pretended to be captured by Nobushi and treasure hoarders.
Oh? Is that so? Well, since you are testifying for him, I suppose I won't ask any more questions. But since you're here, I have an extra favor to ask. I'd like you to be Shikanoin's temporary supervisor. It'll be your duty to ensure that he handles his case properly, and that he doesn't disappear and neglect his work again. I'll be sure that the police station prepares the appropriate compensation.
Oh, yes, Traveler. I'm sure we'd all really appreciate it.
Ok. Vas-y, demandez ce qu'il en pense. Voilà, on gagne un
Heizou seems
cœur.
to be happy with the idea.
Parce qu'on l'a demandé.
You should thank the traveler this time, Doshin Shikanoin. Otherwise, I don't think I would have let you off so easily. Here, take this letter of complaint. It's written against you. Please consider carefully what to do with it. I do not wish to see another one. Understood?
Huh?
Ok, understood.
Someone filed a complaint. That can't be right. Why would there be a complaint letter?
You must not be doing your job properly, and now you're attracting complaints.
No, it really doesn't add up. You two don't get it. Although Madame Kujo-Sara just made some harsh remarks, we all know that Heizou-senpai is a real whiz when it comes to cracking cases. He's the biggest asset in our team. Several leaders have risen through the ranks as a result of his achievements. He's definitely no slacker.
Then he must have gotten himself into some kind of trouble.
Well, let me see what's the deal here. Oh, and since you agreed to be my temporary supervisor, you'll find the desk where new case files are kept right over there. Would you mind helping me check what cases I need to deal with?
Ok.
Of course, but first I have to confirm what's going on, and whether or not the letter's legit. Please, have a look at the case files first.
On va voir les dossiers. Examiner les dossiers. Bon, ah, ok.
What? Not him again.
Ok. Après examen, ok, ok. Action anti-fraude. Allez. Un chien nommé Orient Express. Quoi? C'est un train normalement, c'est pas un chien.
Who would give a dog such a...
Au rapport.
So, have you gone through the case files? Is there anything that caught your eye?
Alors, comme affaire il y a... Démoniaque Seigneur... L'action anti-fraude d'un chien nommé Orient Express.
Oh, have they approved it already?
Ok.
The Tenryou Commission certainly has become more efficient ever since Kujo Kamaji took
Attends, mais
office.
full cœur, c'est magnifique.
So, what is Heizou Talks fraud? It's an anti-fraud public awareness event. Basically, think of it as a short play about fraud. We'll get a few people to perform an entertaining drama in order to raise public awareness about the issue. Ooh, so it's a play? Paimon likes the sound of that. Well, see, fraud is a major issue here. You've traveled between different nations. I'm sure Mora isn't really an issue for you. You have to understand that scamming the poor of their money is essentially robbing them of their lives. Left unchecked, the situation could potentially deteriorate into something more... serious.
Eh oui.
That makes sense. But will putting on a performance really work? It's hard to say. Preventing crimes is more difficult than solving them, there's no doubt about that. But prevention is also a more worthwhile cause. Maybe only a small number of people who attend the event will ever actually encounter a scam artist. And even then, of the handful of attendees who encounter said scam artist, I doubt many of them will be able to see through the scammer's ruse. But if even only one person escapes the clutches of a scam artist because of my event, then I'm willing to put on this play for that person. Alright, count us in! Today we are the anti-fraud messengers! Great! First, we need 3 actors, 2 to play the scam artists and 1 to play the victim. I already have a couple candidates in mind for the roles of the scam artists, so come with me to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Ok, il a déjà des billes. Ok, donc il va falloir jouer aux escrocs, tout ça. Sanctuaire, bon, tout là-haut. Ok. Bon les potos, on va s'arrêter là pour le moment. Je me souvenais plus que les escapades c'était quand même assez long. Donc je pense qu'on va faire ça en 2 fois. Là en gros on a fait à peu près la partie principale je pense. Quelle histoire. Voilà qu'on a développé tout ça. Là on a pris donc l'autre chemin. Je pense que ça va aller assez vite. Enfin je pense qu'il doit rester encore 1 heure. Donc je ferai la fin plus tard. Pour le moment on a eu la première photo qui est assez stylée en vrai. Elle est cool. Et puis voilà. Donc sur ce je vous fais des bisous. La partie 2 va sortir très vite. Hein. Je vais la faire très prochainement. Je suis un peu malade. Je suis un peu au bout de ma vie. Ça se sent dans ma voix je pense. Donc bon je vous fais des bisous. En tout cas ce personnage est cool. J'aime bien. Donc voilà, on continuera plus tard. Je fais des bisous. Bye bye tout le monde.